Good evening, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and happy Easter to all of you. By the time this video goes up, it's going to be no longer Easter. It's actually going to be April 1st, to my knowledge, which is kind of cool. So April Fool's Day, everybody. But it all depends on how fast I actually upload this video. Right now it's 11 o'clock, so we'll just have to see. It's either April Fool's or it's Happy Easter. So it's up to you guys to decide how fast I post this. But yeah, we have the brand new leader revealed for the Big Mom Pirates, and the leaks were wrong. So we knew it was going to be a yellow-purple leader, but we were wrong on the leader himself. In this case, it's herself. The new Big Mom Pirates leader is Charlotte Pudding, and that is super exciting because Charlotte Pudding is one of the phenomenal, outstanding characters out of the Whole Cake Island arc. I know she's very divisive. A lot of people don't like Pudding, but I was personally a big Pudding fan, and I'm glad she's having her own leader, which is really, really solid. So I can't wait to get into this because she's actually going to be quite strong. She is the purple-yellow coloring, so she is sharing the same leader role as purple-yellow crocodile. So far, there's only 2 leaders with that color scheme. So she has access to both the yellow and the purple cards, which is pretty solid. And her gimmick is that, hey, when she attacks, you can flip 2 face-up cards of your life, face up, and then you get a ramp a Dawn, which is pretty solid. So the idea of this leader is that basically you just want to keep attacking with the leader every turn and then ramping your Dawn by flipping up your life. Most likely her support's going to be flipping down her life, thus allowing you to continuously do the effect, because she is only a 4-life leader, and by that logic, basically once she flips her first 2 life up, basically she'll only be able to do it one more time before all her lives face up, which is still pretty good because that does give you knowledge on if your life has triggers, so you can reorganize your life however you want. But the other thing about your life being face up is that your opponent can also see it, so they can also play around your life, especially if they're another yellow player and they are trying to 10-drop Big Mom to rip the life instead of you gaining it. So there's going to be some back and forth with your opponent because they're going to have access to your life as well. And they know they hit you one more time and they're going to summon out a, cracker from the top of your life. They probably won't swing at you, which there's some ups and downs to that. So ultimately, I think she's going to be a really strong leader. Now, the question is her support going to be purple or is it going to be yellow? And that's the big deal that's going to come down to how viable this leader and how viable the other Big Mom Pirate leaders are going to be in OP07. Of course, the big elephant in the room is Charlotte Katakuri. If the support ends up being more yellow Big Mom Pirate support, any new yellow cards will just be boosting that deck up, which is very scary. Katakuri is already one of the best decks in OP06 and is definitely a strong contender in OP07 and can definitely take the top spot if we have a whole new wave of yellow Big Mom support. That is why I'm actually hoping that she's going to be purple support. There's a theory going on for this. So here's my thoughts on the matter. I think that the Animal Beast Pirate cards, the purple-black King Leader, all the new Animal Beast Pirate cards are actually going to be black, and all the new Big Mom cards are going to be purple. And the reason for this is because basically Whitebeard support is not coming out in this set. Even though we're getting new Whitebeard cards, the Whitebeard leader and the Ace leader back in OP02 and 3 are technically not getting support in the set, even though we're getting new Whitebeard cards, because they're color locked. All the new Whitebeard cards coming out in OP08 are going to be blue cards, which are meaning the support's going to be helping blue-yellow Ace and blue-red Marco because they're the blue color scheme. And I think the same thing is going to happen to both King and Pudding in this case. I think Pudding's actually going to get Big Mom Pirate cards that are going to be purple, and I think King is going to get Animal Beast Pirate cards that are black. And the idea is that it's going to help push these leaders into the forefront and push the other leaders back in the corner, basically. Like, yes, you can still play these older leaders, but they're not getting the new support that these new leaders are getting. And I think the reason why they would do that is because Katakuri is a very scary deck already, and I don't think that deck needs any more support. Also, they need to push out new material. If they just gave support to all these older leaders, why would you play Purple Black King when all the new support ends up just making Kaido a better deck and you just play it in Kaido instead? You know what I mean? Or Blue Purple Kaido. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you would be helping out older leaders. You'd be boosting up King, the OG King to be exact, and you'd be boosting up Kaido, an OG leader, and you also be boosting up Blue Purple Kaido, which is an OG leader. But it makes it less incentive to play the brand new leader because the new support generically would help the older leaders, and the older leaders might necessarily be stronger than the new leader. So to balance it out, if you make all their new cards black, well then they don't have access to that new support. They stay in the same power level, while your new brand new leader can use all the old existing support plus the brand new cards, which is going to push the leader in value for Bandai. Same thing for Pudding. If Pudding's all her support is purple, but they're really, really good purple cards, it'll give you an incentive to play Pudding as a leader instead of Katakuri in OP08, which is, I think, the idea that they just kind of want to diversify the leader pool. They don't need to necessarily hit Big Mom Pirates, but maybe we just don't want to have Katakuri always in the meta. Like, maybe instead of like nerfing him to dirt, we just give us an alternative leader that can compete with Katakuri that also has the Big Mom Pirates, because Pudding can play 10-drop Big Mom. Because she is a Big Mom Pirates leader, she has access to that card. She also has access to all the generic yellow and purple support in the previous sets, unlike Katakuri, who only has access to yellow. So I actually do think that this leader could be replacing, or if not competing, with Katakuri in OP08. Especially because this deck wants to ramp. I could definitely be like, the whole gimmick of this deck is that you play a whole bunch of really good purple cards that ramp you up, plus your leader's ability to equate as quick as possible to Dendon, so that you can just 10-drop Big Mom as early as possible and just completely control the game. Because that's basically what Katakuri's whole gimmick is. Katakuri's whole gimmick is that he just attacks for 7, plays like 4 cost or 5 cost characters until he gets to 10, and then just goes 10 drop, 10 drop, 10 drop. That's kind of the whole gimmick of Katakuri. He's just ooga booga swing for 7 every turn. But with this Pudding leader, maybe there's a new game plan that's stronger than that. Maybe it's like, instead of attacking ooga booga for 7 every turn, instead I'll be ramping up with Dawn, still playing out little dudes, but then getting to 10 Dawn quicker than the Katakuri player and dropping my 10 drop Big Moms that way. I can definitely see that being a possibility. I definitely think we're going to get some brand new purple cards, which would be really, really cool. And I really just want to see where this goes from here. If you haven't noticed, we've had a lot of colors revealed, but not all the colors have gotten support yet. So let me explain that real quick. So we have red, green, Tony Chopper, black, purple, King, blue, red, Marco, and now this Pudding leader. If I'm correct on my suspicions, then I'm pretty sure the blue leader is going to be Marco. That's confirmed. The red leader is possibly Tony Chopper, but I think actually Tony Chopper is going to be the red leader. So all the new animal pirate slash Goa Kingdom is probably going to be the red color, because we already have Carrot as the green leader. King will be the black leader, and then this leader will be purple, which would just leave us with, let's see, we have purple, blue. Actually, I think that would give us every color, wouldn't it? I feel like I'm missing one. So green would be Carrot, blue would be Marco, black would be King, green, I already said green, red would be Tony Chopper, and then purple would be this, and then blue would be that. I think that actually covers it. I think every leader will have their colors supported, thus it would flip it on its head where all the older leaders don't really get support, but the new ones do. Now, maybe for your older leaders who are like big King mains or big Kaido mains, or big Katakuri mains or big mom mains, they might be a little pissed that the new support for their archetype isn't the color they need, but maybe they'll push them to be playing these new leaders. So who knows? We'll just have to see. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy. Don't do anything stupid, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.